There guys, I'm here in beautiful Minturn, Colorado. I'm kind of taking a very kind of short break from my normal travels. I'm here working for the summer, saving up some money to continue my long-term world travels. I'm basically completely nomadic at this point. Have been for over a year now. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the video. So I'm just hanging out here at some railroad tracks here. It's a nice view. Sun's going down. It's a beautiful time of day. So there's a topic I want to talk about here, which I think that people vastly underestimate, I would say, and I've noticed it more since being back here in Colorado working a regular job. And that is surrounding yourself with the right people. Now, what I mean by that is I've noticed that most people kind of just like will hang out and be friends with like anyone. And I don't really think that's like the right way to do it, and I'll explain a few reasons why. The first thing, I think it's just really important that you find friends or a circle of people who really like have some sort of value to bring into your life. And it definitely goes both ways. Like, you need to bring something in their life, they need to bring something into yours. And I think they really need to align with your values, because if you have like a strong vision for your life and what you want to kind of do, then it's really important that you surround yourself with people who have a similar vision, you know, have similar values. Because really, like, you're so influenced by the people that you're surrounded by. The people you spend time with heavily influence who you are as a person. And I think that people heavily underestimate how much the people they surround themselves influence them. There's a quote I've heard, I don't know who it's from, but it says that you are a product of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I've really come to learn like how true that is. Because I've kind of seen that you kind of notice that when you watch groups of people who spend a lot of time together, they're kind of all the same, you know, they all mimic each other a lot. And the more time you spend with people, I think the more you kind of pick up with their traits. So it's really important to me, I think, that you find a positive group of people that share similar values to you and are gonna like support you, you know, in your journey to achieving, you know, your goals and kind of like your dream lifestyle, really. That's just, it's so important. And for me, I found that I've become a lot more selective with who I allow into my life. Like, my circle is very small to the point where it's actually not really even a circle. It's just, you should have a very small group, a small circle of people that you really like let into your life. I mean, you're always gonna have like acquaintances and stuff, but for me, I kind of keep them at a bit of a distance. You know, I only let people in that I know I can trust, and I know who aren't going to negatively impact my life, and it's something I'm trying to get better and better at, you know, as time goes on. So yeah, I'm still working pretty hard, you know. I'm always very aware of who I'm letting into my kind of like my personal life. And it's tough, you know, when you're traveling like I am long term, is the fact that I'm moving around every few months, is that every few months I basically have to start completely over. And that's tough, because you might find a good group of people who you feel like, you know, these people are good, like they don't affect me negatively, like we share good values with each other, you know, they're pretty positive and upbeat. And you know, once you leave, you move on, they move on, you guys travel to new places, then they're gone, and it's like you gotta start all over again. And that's really tough. That's something that I'm kind of trying to learn to deal with, but I think it's making me more selective now, because when I get to a new place, I'm like, all right, I really gotta like really be very aware of who I let in. So something to keep in mind if you're trying to pursue a lifestyle like the one I am, long-term travel, is that, you know, people are gonna come and go. So you're gonna find some good ones, and then they're, you know, you're gonna move on, they're gonna move on, and then like you gotta, you know, find some new people. If you have a pretty solid idea of what you want to do with your life, and you have a solid vision of what you want to accomplish, you know, you really have to find some people who are going to help you support that vision, people who aren't going to bring you down and tell you that you can't do it, it's impossible, blah, blah, blah. You know, you gotta cut those people out, like, immediately. Like, they're toxic, they're not gonna help you out, they're just gonna bring you down. Like, they don't believe that you can do it, and honestly, it's probably because I found a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have like, kind of given up on their dreams, so, you know, they've kind of given up on everyone's. Like, they don't want other people to achieve their dreams because they didn't achieve theirs. Anyway, I think the biggest thing with, you know, is finding the right group of people is that it's quality over quantity. You know, this whole idea of like, you don't need a lot of friends, because honestly, the more friends you have, it's like the more clutter you have in your life, and the more possibility of like drama and things that can kind of, I don't know, go wrong almost. So I try to stay away from that stuff, keep clear of it, focus on myself, and when I find people I feel like genuinely deserve to be in my life, then I'll kind of let them in a bit more. But otherwise, I tend to keep it to myself. I'm definitely become more of like a lone wolf type. It sounds kind of weird, honestly, to say that, but I've become more independent the more I've traveled. Anyway, that's all I really have to say on that. I could keep rambling on this for a long time. I might start like repeating things, so I'm just gonna stop there. Just be very selective who you let in. Try and find the right group of people. It might take a while. It's gonna be tough. I'm still like working on it myself, but there are people that I still keep in contact that I've met on my travels because, you know, like, they're worth staying in contact with because they have similar values and vision as I have. So I like to kind of keep up with them, you know. Anyway, that's it for that video. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time.